Hi, Sophie. This is Danielle. I'm just responding to your video about the group counseling video and Dr. Forth's podcast about group counseling. I found that the article that you had quoted had some really interesting information, not necessarily about group counseling and the clients itself, but what I found interesting was the job as the facilitator, um, which is what we would be doing. I went back in our textbook and um, was reading on page 83 about the counselor's role as a facilitator. And I wondered, as a future counselor, if it would be almost easier to do, it said, doing co-facilitators, so having two group leaders to help teach the future counselor, the facilitator, how to not be defensive in the face of criticism. Like you were stating in the video, the one of the clients refers to a comparison between the facilitator and her husband, and got quite defensive about her feelings. And then the African American man also became defensive because he was the only person of color in the video. And so I found that maybe as a group leader, it would be beneficial to have two colleagues. And then that also brought about the question of, would you want to co-facilitate with a male so as to get their perspective and not just your perspective as a female? That kind of goes back to the history of counseling, and counseling first being based off of, and the assessments being based off of middle class white males, just to help the clients feel more comfortable and that their opinions are different, and that not every facilitator is going to be able to meet the needs of their clients or their opinions. So just food for thought. I was just curious what you thought about co-facilitating. I assume as counselors in training, I know that we will be working with our supervisors directly, but just your thoughts on co-facilitating and how we as future counselors learn to, not be defensive and not overly vulnerable, but understanding at the same time.